I just watched Scream 7 and I want to talk about it. Now, to answer the question, if you're a fan of the genre and you know what you're getting yourself into, then I think that yes, it's all right to go see the movie. You're not wasting your money. But if you've never seen a Scream movie, I don't think this is the one that's going to make you a fan of the franchise. And I think you're better off just waiting for it to hit Netflix in that case. But me personally, I love the Scream franchise. I know that it likes to make fun of itself. And I know that when I go into it, I'm not exactly expecting quality storytelling, but it excites me, it entertains me, and I find it enjoying. I'm your host, Seb, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below what your favorite Scream movie is up to date. But let's go ahead and dive into this. So at the beginning of this, I want to go ahead and give my non-spoiler warning about it, and I just want to say that I thought the plot of the movie was pretty alright. It's centered around the fact that Sydney's become a mom, and now she has a daughter named Tatum, and as a mom, she's, trying to be overly protective of Tatum and making sure that she doesn't live the same life that she ended up living. But of course, the killer comes back and they try to go after Tatum and make her involved in this. And it was pretty obvious from the beginning and like even towards the middle, in case you didn't pick it up at the start, that they're trying to use this movie as a bridge since the failures between Scream 5 and 6, where the actresses didn't want to come back. And so now they're trying to pivot and make this new actress, Tatum, try to be the lead role in it. Of course, whenever they're handing off the reins to somebody else, it's never going to be the best movie in the franchise. But I thought that it did a pretty good job given with like knowing that it was a bridge movie and they were trying to introduce this character and try to build her up and make her next up. And so I can't be mad about them. And especially for the acting in this movie, I thought it was pretty well done. In the horror genre, a lot of people make fun of how the acting is overly done, overly dramatic. And I personally enjoy it. And maybe I don't have the best taste when it comes to dictating who has good acting and who has bad acting. But I thought that for the genre type and for the movie, I felt pretty involved and pretty entertained. Like I thought everything was pretty believable. I did also see it in IMAX. And so it was a little bit more immersive than just watching it on my bed at home. But I still thought that the quality was good. Another thing I want to talk about is the special effects and the killings, just because typically for a Scream movie, it's not going to be like your Terrifier gore, but they really decided to dive deep into that for this movie. I don't know if it's going to be the new step in direction for them because they thought, maybe we need to gag this up. Maybe we got to make this a core principle, but it's not normally what I think of when I hear the name Scream. I mean, the killings have always been a little bit silly, but it's never been like overly gory or like stupidly gory. But there were a couple of times where the killers made a couple of kills and I was just like, I was not expecting to see that for a Scream movie. I don't know. It kind of took away a little bit of the emergent factor just because of how silly it was. But I don't want to get into that right now. When you guys watch it, if you guys watch it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The bar scene, the bar kill, like that one was, that one was just over the top. But now to get a little bit more critical about the movie, I'm going to say it right now that I thought the first 2/3 of the movie were really good, but the last 1/3 is where they completely lost me. And I was just like, okay, this is not a great movie anymore. And I went to go watch it last night with one of my friends, and throughout the movie, we were looking at each other about a couple points because, we're both fans of the franchise and we know like the type of stuff that they try to pull on us and make us try to believe that there's a certain narrative, certain plot, certain killer. And then, they always try to left curve it in there. And of course, we couldn't get the killers right, but just seeing the end and then the motives of the killers once they unmask themselves, it was like, okay, this is the stupidest motive I've ever heard. And so now we're going to go ahead and dive into the spoiler warning. I'm going to give you 3, 2, 1, spoiler time. The killer's motive, it was because they were mad at Sydney. They read her book and one of the patients was like divorced with her husband. And she realized that, actually I want to go kill him now because I read Sydney's book. And then Sydney goes into hiding because, she wants to take care of her kids. And so she gets mad about that. And she's like, well, now I'm going to kill her because she left me all alone. Like I thought she was supposed to be this pop star, this baddie, this all around badass. And then she just left me. Like, what the fuck? And then the other killer was a doctor and he tried to go along with it because I guess she ended up being a patient of his. And then they got this other person involved. So there was actually 3 killers, but one of them died early on. And so technically it was 2 killers at the end like it normally is. But it was stupid and I didn't appreciate it. And I honestly thought that the plot was better at the beginning because they tried to play with the idea that they were using AI or a deep fake of Stu Macher. Like the whole time they kept saying that it was Stu, it was Stu. Like, is he dead? Did he come back? Like, we can't prove it. And at the end of it, they were just like, oh yeah, it was a deep fake, which is an all right plot to go with. But then when they hear the motive, it's like, how does, like, why are you going to all this extent to make a deep fake of Stu, but your motive literally has nothing to do with Sydney? Like, you just took some random act of something and took it personally, I guess, like to quote Michael Jordan, and it was just it just lost me. And then on top of that, I honestly think that they made some of the characters just feel irrelevant. I was really happy that they ended up bringing the twins back that they introduced back in Scream 5. Like, they've been really pivotal in the second half of the franchise, but it feels like every single movie they're like a key role up until that last 1/3 because they have to get stabbed or sliced and hurt in some way. But of course, they won't die because you won't see them get like punctured 30 times. Looking at you, Scream 6. But in this movie, they were in a bar together hanging out with some of the people when they got attacked, and then they go try to save them, and then they end up getting stabbed once or twice, and that was them. And then of course they make an appearance at the end of the movie showing that they're okay, but I just wish that they had a little bit more in them. Like, I wish their characters were better used. They're kind of just the role that it's supposed to lead us towards the end of the movie so that we can start thinking and start realizing that, you know, there might be a bigger motive in all this. But again, it literally just ended up being for nothing. Then, of course, my last criticism has to be the pacing at the end of the movie, because I guess I don't really remember how fast the Scream movies end. I haven't watched them in a while, and they were so long ago the last time I saw one. But it was crazy from the moment when they unmasked the killer to when they had that last fight scene to when the movie was like resolved. I swear it literally took 10 minutes because they unmasked them and then they had a really quick fight because instantly Sydney pops one of them. So now it's just one killer. And then that killer dies in the next 2 minutes. And then, you know, the medics come, everybody gets first aid, and they're just talking before they go ride a hospital car, the ambulance, sorry. And then, of course, that's the end of the movie. But I just wish that there was a little bit more, you know, I wish there was a little bit more stakes involved, but they really tried to use all of that with Tatum because she was in a scene where she was alone with the two killers, and obviously she tried to kill them, but she didn't go for the head. So they ended up getting her. And then that's when Sydney comes back into play and all this. But just the pacing of it all, it just threw me off. I wasn't a fan of it. I wish we got a little bit more. Whatever, I guess. One more thing I want to add to this review is that I can't believe they did my girl McKenna Grace so dirty. Like, her character literally dies in the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie, and she didn't even get like very much screen time. Like, the moment she's introduced, I want to say 10 minutes later, she's already dead. And I was just like, damn, bro, like, how you gonna do my girl like that? It is what it is. It's Scream. You know, they love to kill their most popular actresses at the start, or actors, or whatever they are. Just kill them off, you know, get them on the poster, get them in the trailer, and that's it. Overall, I don't think it was a horrible movie. I think for a Scream film, it was all right. Like, I definitely thought it was up to par with Scream 5 and 6. I think Scream 5 and 6 obviously had better endings to their story, and I thought their story overall was a little bit better intertwined than how Scream 7 was. But if like Scream 5 and 6 were 7 stars, then Scream 7 was like 6 stars. I think that's all I really want to say about the movie. Let me know if you guys go watch the movie and if you would grade it better, worse, if I didn't go harsh enough on it, or if I went a little bit too harsh, which I don't think I went that harsh anyways. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.